Zupiostro Master Lee.
And the Lou.
All right, we checked out Deadpool and Wolverine. Day 1 opening weekend, and
Ooh.
it was good. It was good. I can't say that it was first time having your mind blown, like a virgin experience, because a lot of this leans into the multiverse. And I would say at this point, we've already lived through multiple multiverses, right? Whether it's because of the Endgame or Spider-Man or even DC's whole Flash thing. So I guess the novelty's worn off, but this was one hell of a fun movie.
It is, especially for the fans of X.
Oh, yeah. Or anything that was before the MCU. Because there were a couple of characters like Blade, right?
Fox.
Even Elektra. Like, yeah. It was honestly a really solid, heartwarming farewell. Nonetheless, you had to go into this not thinking too deeply because there was a lot of holes. There were a lot of glory holes.
All right.
That's how Deadpool would put it. So let's see what Pitch Mini has to say about it. By the way, one more cool reactions. Make sure you subscribe.
And if you want some hotness, check out my fantasy show, only for my fans.
Speaking about glory holes. Oh, yeah. He's definitely going to have to spoil this
So, you
movie.
have a Deadpool movie for me?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay.
Oh, I feel like you're a little scared.
Well, this is our first time diving into this crazy R-rated stuff like this.
Right.
So just, be gentle.
You got it, sir. Don't worry. It's gonna be okay.
you sure?
Okay, so you
No,
know how at
rough.
the end of Logan he died that heroic death?
Yeah, beautiful ending, very emotional.
Well, at the start of this movie, Deadpool's gonna dig up his decomposed corpse and kill a bunch of guys with his bone.
Oh my God. Hey, you're okay. You're okay.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, in
Like, that's just the
2018,
beginning.
Deadpool used
I mean, you have to imagine that's a Disney executive, right? Disney's like, oh God, oh my God.
Oh, God, oh, God.
Bambi was already too hard for me. How am I going to take this? You have to admit, kudos for Disney for at least embracing the concept.
Yes,
Yeah, because
allowing this.
I don't know how even some fans are saying they felt like they kind of toned it down to make Disney happy. I don't know. I thought it was pretty much, nuts in your face dangling. Like, it was very out there.
Yeah.
Disney, I got to give them kudos. They really were willing to take it up to hoo-ha, Just
Disney will have a category for this kind
exactly.
of,
It's not like Disney's only known for one thing, right?
Yeah.
Come on, man. We're adults.
is the time travel device from Deadpool 2 to go to Earth 616 and meet with Happy Hogan and try to join the Avengers.
He's from several movies. Oh boy, that's a very fun cameo.
Oh, okay, if that's your reaction to that cameo, that's the tip of the cameo berg.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, one of the main audience reactions I'm going for with this movie is
Overload.
Hey.
That's the most satisfying way to say hey.
I agree. So anyway, 6 years later, Deadpool is brought into the TVA by this guy Paradox, who tells him his timeline.
Paradox is also a wasted character. He seems like a really interesting, potentially really evil kind of person. But in the end, he just becomes like a joke. He's like, okay, I can't do anything. He got punched. And they're like, it's like a throwaway character at the end. Like, I just feel like as someone who could have been really devious with his time manipulation, could have been a much better character.
Is dying because the anchor being Logan has died. Anchor being? Yeah, each timeline has one and can't keep going without it. What about the millions of years before anchor beings are born? And if them dying kills a timeline, does that mean they're all supposed to be immortal? I have so many questions. Hey, shut up about all of them. It's just a reason for Deadpool to go find a Wolverine. Oh, okay. So before Paradox Mercy kills his timeline, Deadpool grabs a TemPad and goes to search for a replacement. Oh, wow.
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 Yeah, so there's going to be a very fun multiverse montage. There's going to be a short Wolverine. There's going to be one played by Henry Cavill.
He's from Argyle.
Yeah.
Oh boy, good cameo.
Listen, sir, are you going to react like this to every single cameo?
Yes.
Well, cameos are kind of one of the main things we do in this movie, so maybe I should just list them all for you, get it out of the way.
Oh, I don't know if I can handle that.
Chris Evans as Johnny Storm.
He's from the Fantastic.
I know. Then there's Wesley Snipes as Blade, Jennifer Garner as Elektra, Daphne Keene as X-23. We've got Channing Tatum as Gambit, Aaron Stanford as Pyro, Tyler Mane as Sabretooth. We've got Toad, we've got Juggernaut, we've got Nathan Fillion, Blake Lively, Matthew McConaughey. Sir? Sure.
Matthew McConaughey.
Is he gonna be okay?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Is he in a coma?
I don't know. Wait, do you think I'm a doctor?
Well, dang it, I told my wife this white jacket she got me would make me look like a doctor. I'm just another producer guy. Oh. Well, can I keep pitching my movie to you?
Sure, let's go.
So anyway, I was telling the other producer guy the movie's going to be a great vehicle for cameos.
And what were the cameos exactly?
I'm not going through that again. So anyway, Deadpool finds the worst Wolverine, and then the TVA sends them to this void filled with superhero cameos.
Okay.
And this Wolverine doesn't like Deadpool, so they're going to fight a bunch.
Don't they both regenerate?
They do, yeah, so it's going to be just a ton of stabbing with no stakes.
Sick.
And Deadpool's going to crack a bunch of jokes about how Disney and Marvel isn't good anymore, stuff's going so bad.
It's kind of hurtful.
And how multiverses just aren't very compelling.
True.
Just to be clear, this is a multiverse movie, right?
Yeah, but if you point out the thing you're doing, that makes it okay for some reason. I'm breaking the fourth wall.
And I'm okay with it.
So anyway, now Deadpool and Wolverine need to get out of this cameo void to go save the timeline.
Okay.
So some bad cameos bring them and Johnny Storm to the leader of the void, Cassandra Nova.
And what's her deal?
Well, she's Charles Xavier's twin.
I also thought they
You
did her
said-
wrong too. They could have done so much more with her. I wish they actually developed her more than any other character, right? The conflict she has being this afterthought.
Well,
as a
who knows? They're
civilian.
gonna make something about it.
Maybe
'Cause she's
she
really
will come
good,
back.
too.
But, you know, Marvel has a history of just one and done villains, right? Except maybe Thanos. Thanos might be the only character where I feel like has built stakes over time. She was an awesome character. I really liked her kind
Yeah.
of novel approach to crazy
Right.
and
yeah.
hotness. Bald chicks
She's
are
like
hot
psych.
Hot.
Hot.
psychos.
So, powerful mind, baldful head.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but she's evil.
Why?
Because she's antagonistic.
Got it.
And she's gonna absolutely decimate Johnny Storm, rip his skin off, turn him to blood and bones.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I figure we continue the trend from Doctor Strange where a Fantastic Four character dies a horrible death.
Kind of a weird trend to develop, but okay.
So then Cassandra leaves Deadpool and Wolverine to be killed by Eliath, the big smoke monster from Loki.
She doesn't just kill them too?
No, because the movie's not done and they need to escape, so
Yeah,
they
that part
escape.
too, I
Oh,
didn't make
good for
sense
them.
either.
And then they're going to meet up with Blade and Elektra and X-23 and Channing Tatum as Gambit.
Channing Tatum never played Gambit.
No, sir, but he almost did. And let me tell you, people that paid attention to casting news in 2014 for films that were ultimately canceled are going to love that cameo.
Pretty specific target you're aiming for there.
And I intend to hit it.
I imagine you will.
So Wolverine's going to have a nice scene with X-23, and she's going to make him feel better about all the X-Men dying in his timeline.
That's sweet.
And that convinces him to be heroic, so they go confront Cassandra again.
Very exciting.
And they get her to open this big old Doctor Strange portal hole to go back to their timeline.
Strange holes are tight.
But now Cassandra decides she wants to destroy all timelines and just keep the void.
Why?
Because
Why?
it's the time in the movie when we raise the stakes.
Oh, okay.
So she sends like 100 Deadpool cameos to fight them.
They're all
That
Deadpool,
was
so they all
crazy.
regenerate.
Well, there's one nice Deadpool that doesn't have that power, so he dies.
But other than that, this is a giant fight scene where none of the fighters can get hurt.
Yeah, there's no way they're not all going to be okay, but it's going to look very cool and be an entertaining way for an audience to spend 3 to 4 minutes of their time, and there's nothing wrong with that.
That's the other part too. Don't make no sense.
Yeah,
Like
same
a million
reaction.
Deadpools in one time. Like, doesn't that create a paradox? Or like, as they say, like it's not good. Like they're fucked either way. They saved that timeline, but they're screwed because all those Deadpools are gonna
Fuck it up.
right.
I don't understand why they have to like.
I'm overthinking already. It's right.
Ah!
You know what? I guess you're right.
Why is this
So
become?
Cassandra wants to destroy all the timelines.
Yeah, but they find out that if they cut power to this time ripper machine, they can save the day, but it'll kill whoever does that.
Wow, so it's going to be impossible for both of them to survive till the end of the movie.
Actually, it's going to be super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really?
Yes, he turns out it would kill one person, but they both use their bodies as conductors, and so they're okay.
Oh.
Yeah, the power
Just
of
like
two.
Guardians
Oh,
of
that's got a nice ring
Galaxies.
to it. I'm going to mention that to the Star Wars
Yeah.
team, see if that inspires them.
That sounds like it's going to be good. So anyway, then there's a happy ending, and the whole movie's just kind of a love letter to the superhero movies that came before.
A love letter to what's come before. I like that.
Yeah, you know, a nice way to say goodbye to the past and let it go.
No, I don't like that part. I'm not going to do that part.
What?
Ah.
That's true.
Hi, this is...
I feel like there's even more craziness that he doesn't even get into. Like, it just don't make sense. A whole bunch of it doesn't make sense. The fact that Blade and Electric aren't even from like the Fox universe and it's homage to Fox, right? So like, why that?
Why them?
Why them? Right?
Budget. He said it.
Budget.
Did he mention?
He did. I don't feel like budget was a concern for this movie. Although, I don't think about it, right? Probably getting Wesley Snipes, Channing Tatum, Jennifer Garner, that was probably cheap. I would say that's probably cheap because they would have loved to come back, right? There was no other chance. It probably would have been like Channing Tatum would have probably done it for free. Probably did do it for free because he's like, finally gonna be that was his act. That was my best Gambit accent. But yeah, Johnny Storm, that was probably expensive, right? With Chris Evans in there, probably every minute is like $1 million. $1 million, 5 minutes, that's $5 million. Right. So that's probably where they blew the biggest budget. That's my guess.
But it's still very memorable for all the fans.
You know what? All the reviews seem to suggest like this hit the mark. It was great fan service. And I think Deadpool is exactly that kind of movie. It's not like high stakes kind of stuff. It's almost designed for pure fan service.
Either way, the important is we had fun watching it. And
Number one.
Yeah.
It's got to be fun.
Fun.
So fun.
So far with all other, superhero movies, we're all like, nah. So this one.
All right. It's been a long time since I felt good about a superhero movie. Really long
Right?
time. Years.
So that's why
Years.
this is really nice to feel this way.